Exhilarating, is it not? The power of the sun.
Alright, so this is A Little Lovesick by Opal Kitty 333. Are you guys excited to read our first fan fiction, our first fan dub for a fan fiction?
This is probably the worst.
This is my peak. I think this is my peak.
This is the worst thing I've ever suggested.
This is gonna be so sick.
This was
man, that
uploaded
shit is awesome.
12 days ago.
It's new. It's new.
Okay,
This is
sweet.
off the press.
It's
This
fresh.
is right off the fucking press.
Should we be critical of this story or
I feel like as it goes on, we can give our own thoughts
Our
on
feedback.
what's going on.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
right.
totally.
No, yeah.
If things.
And for the people, let's just establish our rules here. So Luke, you're gonna be the reader.
Mhm.
That's your character.
Yeah. I'm gonna be the you insert.
Exactly. Luke is the OC.
Right.
Luke's the self-insert.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Brandon is Stan's Undertale.
I am.
I am
Sans Undertale.
Papyrus.
Fuck
The
yeah.
great papyrus, you mean? The great papyrus.
I am the great Papyrus.
Alright. This is gonna be great.
Alright.
That's my Papyrus impression.
It's pretty good. It's up there, I think.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, you wanna read us in?
Of course.
How long is this?
That's
Real
alright.
quick. Just how long
Yeah,
is
how
this?
long is this story? How many chapters? You can
Oh,
tell where
boy.
Papyrus is speaking.
Hold
Like,
on.
that's
Can
how
you?
chapters. Oh no.
Oh
You just
shit.
focused on me.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Next
Chapter
chapter next. How many?
There's 3 chapters.
Okay.
There's 3 chapters.
That's not terrible.
Okay, yeah, we can make it work. Totally.
There's only 9,000 words.
And we could probably even just do a chapter and then just do a cut and fucking
That's an
bring it
awesome.
back.
it's
Totally.
series. All right. Yeah, I'll get us.
All right,
I'll get us started.
warm us up, Brandon.
It may have been an accident, but you wouldn't trade your soul bond with Papyrus for the world. He's your ever-dotting pony boyfriend, and you're determined to make sure he knows just how much you care about him as well. After moving in and living with him and his brother, you think you may be slowly forming a bond with Sans as well. You certainly wouldn't be mad about it. The Lazy Bones has punned and pranked through your good graces. Papyrus has been getting more clingy, though. A lot more fixated on keeping you safe and healthy, too. And Sans has picked up this new habit of staring out of nowhere. Is something going on? Nah, it's probably nothing. Just you picking up patterns that don't exist. Right?
Alright.
You think it's the jingle of the keys that alerts him that you're home. It's always when you start sifting through your pockets for your them that you hear. What? Wait, hold on. It's no.
This is published. This was published.
them.
That means you must read
It's
it.
always when you start sifting through your pockets for your them that you hear Papyrus's loud footfalls rushing towards the door. You don't bother taking them out once you find them. The door swings open, and before you can say anything, a large pair of skeleton hands have already grabbed you by the ribs and yanked you inside.
Whoa.
Ugh.
You giggle as Papyrus shifts to hold you in a dance lift, snuggling his face into your collarbone. You don't know why he started doing this, going from a few muzzles whenever you get home to a quick hug turned into a tight squeeze, with him squishing his face into your cheek with an exaggerated mwah to this. It's sweet though, and you can't help but enjoy it whenever Papyrus shows off how strong he is, picking you up like you weigh nothing at all.
What's your day so far, son?
No.
Oh wait, that's me. Oh shit, okay.
That is you. You're OC.
How was your day so far, hon?
All the better now that you're home, star.
He says as he sets you down.
What took you so long anyways? You're 10 minutes later than usual.
You check on the clock on the wall of the living room. It's 7:30 in the morning. Oh, the bus was super late. Almost though, I missed it until it finally almost thought I missed it until it finally wheeled up. You say as you begin to untie your shoes. It's quite a moment, and while you aren't sure what you expect him to say, something feels almost tilted in the stretched couple of beats of silence.
I think you should quit your job.
Oh,
I looked at that line. I was like, funny.
It's sudden, enough to make you pause in the process of slipping your shoes off. Where is this coming from?
Night shift is horrible for you. Manual labor can already be taxing as is, but you're also throwing off your body's natural sleep cycle.
Shoes are placed on the rack. You look up at Papyrus. His hands are clasped together in front of him, his shoulder perfectly level as he stares down at you. He doesn't sound mad or particularly fretful. No, he's perfectly calm. He's been thinking about this for a while. You've also been working this warehouse job as long as you've known Papyrus, though, so you aren't sure why it's suddenly a problem now. Trust me, Papyrus. I know the risks, and I'm the one who told you about them. It's still the best paying job with benefits out the wazoo. The schedule is the worst part of it. I can handle everything about as well as I can get.
You don't need to worry about money.
He says, waving his hand in the air as if to bat away the thought.
Sans and I make plenty to take care of anything.
And my insurance that I get through my job?
You can get state insurance.
oh, he's got such a point. I never thought of that. Thanks, Papyrus.
So true.
He's so right.
You can get state insurance like you had before. That always covered you just fine.
You don't even get into the politics of how fickle state insurance can be, instead bringing up your most immediate concern. Papyrus. I'd have to drop my therapist if I did that. I say, crossing my arms. I feel a pang of something through my soul bond with Papyrus. You weren't sure what it was. Imagination? Jealousy?
There's indignation.
Indignation? Thank you, Liam. Jealousy? Mistrust? They all felt ballpark, but not right either. It wasn't even targeted at you, though. At least you don't think so. But it's still odd. Papyrus never had issues with you seeking therapy. He cheered you on when you finally went back after dropping it for a few years. He mirrors you, crossing his arms as well.
You have to take that path through that sketchy park in pitch black too. It's not safe. You've heard about how they've heard people running around at night. What? You've heard how they've seen people running around at night.
There you go.
Sorry, Papyrus had a stroke.
Yeah, I feel like... yeah.
Should I jump into the...
Yeah, if you want to read a paragraph, sure.
Yeah, no, I don't want to like strain your throat too much.
No, you're good.
Apparently, he wasn't gonna touch therapy, despite feeling some way about it. You ignored that, instead nodding to what he said. The path was indeed sketchy, but you had walked it enough you could literally walk it with your eyes closed. You didn't use a flashlight and walked as quietly as you could, doing what you could to not draw attention to yourself if someone was wandering around. It was oddly one of the places you were the most familiar with and had the easiest time keeping track of your surroundings.
That's just until they finish the main road. Once that's done, the bus won't have to take the detour, and I can be dropped off right in front of the parking lot.
He's getting more firm now, voice taking an annoying tilt as the conversation continues. You shrug, avoiding looking at his face. It's been years. They're still digging out the sides to expand the 2 lanes into 4, and you don't know how to check how long it's supposed to be now.
Look, I'll see if I can switch to day shift, but it may be a while. We're really short staffed on the night shift, so they aren't going to be quick on moving me around.
I still think you should quit altogether. No workplace should have sudden death and dismembership insurance.
What?
Where do you work? What is our
Is this in the main, like, is this, like, post-ending, or are we still underground?
No, I think we're on the surface. I mean, we got state insurance.
True.
Post good ending.
True.
Papyrus is knowledgeable on state insurance.
Also, I
We're
like how my
on the
papyrus
surface.
has turned from like a shitty Jacksepticeye papyrus to like Baldi's
Yeah,
basic.
seriously.
Yeah. You
No
sigh.
running in the halls.
You sigh, trying to pick your words carefully. You'd never be able to make him see that as a good thing, having a safety net just in case something happened.
They have that because it's a warehouse that uses a lot of heavy machinery, all of which I'm certified how to use and know how to be safe around. Besides, we had surf and turf last month for going a year without injury. The last time someone got hurt, it wasn't even the machinery. Someone just tripped on their shoelaces and concussed themselves on a door frame.
Yeah, it happens to the best of
I
us.
actually have a really funny quick story for you guys. On the last night, Saturday night, we were all getting a little silly, and we were in Joe's empty room, and Lamont picked up a piece of Hades' hair clump, and I got really scared, and in my state, I dashed out of the room and smashed my face onto Owen's doorframe, and I have a huge cut in my fucking eyebrow because my glasses broke on it.
Oh my god.
Papyrus. It's you. We're
What am I supposed to do if something happens? If someone improperly wraps a pallet again, but this time instead of being a little wobble, you get showered in boxes of nails? Or someone overextends and tips an aisle on you? Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. I'm always worried sick when you're gone.
His hands are on your shoulders now.
Ooh.
His voice wobbles slightly as he speaks. You look up, his face full of concern, his grip tightening slightly as you meet his gaze. A part of you is genuinely touched that he cares so much. You never had someone so concerned for your safety and well-being before him and Sans. It felt good to finally have someone home waiting for you to come back. Worrying and fretting about your safety and actually trying to push you to be safer instead of pushing you into whatever was easiest for them. The other part of you is still wary of this new development. Sure, he was a worrywart at times, often expressing concern when you came home with a story of something slightly sketchy happening, but he always trusted you when you said you had it handled and that everyone at work was very serious about safety. You don't know what had caused such a sudden change of opinion. You take a deep breath in, closing your eyes as you do so. Took both parts into consideration, contemplating what you were saying carefully. It shouldn't, but this conversation felt precarious. You let your breath out slowly, opening your eyes as you do so, your head a little clearer as you meet Papyrus's gaze.
Luke.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's on the very bottom. Or is it?
If I switch,
Yeah.
Where is it?
I switch to day shift.
Oh shit. Okay. If I switch to day shift, I won't be driving the forklifts as often. The focus will be more on packing pallets and taking stock. Then I can make sure there aren't any more sketchy pallets.
You try to nullify. It doesn't work.
I still just think you should quit.
He really wasn't taking no for an answer on this. You can't help the slightly exasperated sigh that escapes you. You just want to drop this whole conversation.
Look, I just got Hamahan. I love you and I can't appreciate your concern. And I appreciate your concern.
You try, laying it on thick in hopes you get him to just let it go.
I'm not just gonna commit to something like that in an instant. Especially when I'm super hungry and tired from a long day.
You reach up, gently placing your hands on each side of his face, cradling his head between your hands. He melts into
Oh
it.
my god.
Eyes closing as he places his hand over yours. His body finally loosens from its stiff pressure, focusing solely on your touch now.
So, can I sit my sore butt down on the couch so we can snuggle yet? Or are we going to stand in front of the door all day?
You try. He jolts up immediately like a puppet springing to life.
Of course. Let me go get your breakfast from the table. Here, let me take over
Yeah,
from this paragraph.
yeah.
Yeah.
With that, he was off. A papyrus-colored blur as you finally flopped onto the couch, full force. As long as you kept moving, you usually didn't feel much. But the moment you finally sat down to rest, you could feel the weight of the day take hold of your body. Your shoes were cushioned enough that your feet didn't hurt. But standing in a forklift for hours on end meant your knees and back ache all at the end of the day. Meant your knees and back aches at the end of the day. Your poor posture didn't exactly help, but you took the free moment to finally relax, twisting this way and that way to crack your back and release what little tension you could. You sighed in relief as Papyrus returned from the kitchen, a lap tray of food in each hand. You shifted into a proper sitting position, letting him sit beside you and place the tray on your lap. He always hated when anyone ate on the couch because of the crumbs, but the trays made a good compromise, especially when it meant you could lean into him and snuggle a little bit while you two ate. Something you were happy to do as you finally got the chance to wind down.
You've gotten really good at omelets. I'm proud of you.
They got rid of one of Papyrus's most redeeming qualities. He sucks at cooking. What the fuck? This fanfiction sucks.
Yeah, it's not accurate to the canon.
It's not.
Yeah, fuck this shit, dude. I'm proud of you. Wait, no, fuck. You praise. I just digged into your line a
It's
little
okay, that works.
You praise.
I just looking
at the.
You said that so. You said that so genuinely. Like I was touched.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you. Wow. Keep it going.
You praise. Looking at the perfectly folded omelet on your plate. There were small flakes of vegetables, but he learned that if he minced them small enough and added a bit more cheese, it didn't change the texture or taste enough for you to turn your nose up to it. He beamed up at the praise. Of course! Nothing but the best for my best date mate I could ask for. He came a long way from using every knife like it was a cleaver and just turning the heat up as high as it could go so things would cook faster.
Alright, so we got development. It kind of works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess that makes
Sans
sense.
wasn't much of a cook, so he didn't have much he could teach his little brother. As much as Undyne had taught him, you had learned her methods were unconventional, to say the least. You weren't a cook by any means either, but you could follow a recipe and chop things up. Even if you were a little slow.
Damn. Calling
Even
us
if you are a
out.
little stupid.
Yeah.
The last couple months especially, you had seen him improving quickly, taking the little tips and tricks you had given him at the start of your relationship and improving in leaps and bounds. You smile as he turns on one of your comfort shows on the TV. You're sure he can feel this exhaustion seeping through your soul bond.
Is this like the thing that Rick and that dragon had?
Yeah. You're bonding souls with my dragon, Rick. What the fuck?
God. Rick and his dragon have sex.
No, they soul bonded. It's very different, even though they were both moaning the whole time.
God, dude. The food is good though. A glass of milk, some chopped fresh fruit, a tasty omelet, and some toast. It's a lot for you. He's really been trying to get you to eat regularly. Focusing on getting you to kick the habit of skipping meals when you feel too tired to eat. You've been living with him for a year now, and you still can barely wrap your head around it sometimes. Always one to throw himself into anything full force. He never skimped on a chance to take care of you. It could always be a little overwhelming at times, but you got used to it as time marched on. Each instant, each instance of you being surprised by his care taken as a challenge for him to make up for lost time and love that he believed you deserve. You're barely halfway through your food when Papyrus sets his tray on the table in front of the couch. Finished with his meal, he starts to gently shift you so your back is to him. You let out a confused hum to follow along. Wait, is this me?
That is so
Yeah.
Papyrus.
Relax, dear. I want to help you feel good. I'm not in all caps anymore. Confused me.
You're not yelling anymore.
Not screaming
Yeah,
anymore.
seriously. You finally
Not
lowered your
screaming.
voice for the first time this entire story.
I toned it down a bit.
Yep.
I don't want you to quit your job anymore, so I'm just kind of cool about it.
Mm-hmm.
You should quit!
Anyway, can I touch
Quit
you?
your fucking job.
Anyway, dear, please let me touch you.
Should I pick it up, Liam? Or
I got it.
alright.
Here, you can get it at You're So Lost, he says, placing his hands on your shoulders. You wouldn't think Bones could be so relaxing, but he's gentle as he starts feeling out each muscle, gently pressing and testing for knots. You can feel warm spreading beneath his fingertips.
Skeleton warmth.
Like green magic working in tandem with his ministrations to coax your muscles into unwinding.
Hello?
What?
He knows magic!
What's the green magic, dude?
Everyone knows he has 2 attacks, green magic and blue.
Yep. Stop and goo.
It's just a
Stop and
giant green
secrete green slime.
There's green sludge and you're blue now.
Yep.
Alright.
He knows by now where you hold your stress the most, paying special attention to those spots. He's thorough, slowly making his way from the base of your skull down to where your spine turns to your tailbone, not leaving a single spot of your back untouched. Shouldn't it be Luke actually that picks it up?
That's what I was
If you-
thinking.
I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
trying
it'd be
to.
Luke.
I'm trying to have variety because Sans isn't here yet, so I can't really say much.
Chapter
And
2
then when
might be
your voice
all
is getting
Sans.
strained- Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, You
Yeah.
can pick it up.
Alright. We are at. You're so
You're
lost
so
in the
lost.
feeling, closing your eyes, that you can soak up each bit of the attention, that you completely forget that you're still supposed to be eating breakfast. It's just him and his hands working their way down. That is, until he stops. You're practically a puddle in his arms, leaning fully into his chest, eyes closed as you. Oh my god, sorry, my wallpaper engine keeps. I have this Kirby wallpaper that keeps playing 2 to the 1. You know what I mean? You know what? So it keeps coming in and out of existence. So I finally
That's
shut it
awesome,
up.
though.
Sorry.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. Leaning fully into his chest, eyes closed as you soak up the attention. Then you feel something bump gently against your lips. I think that's you, Leo.
Fuck.
You're good. It's right in the middle. It's that middle paragraph. You're right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on! You still need to finish your food!
Opening your eyes reveals a bite of fruit stabbed onto a fork held aloft by Papyrus. He's
Totally thought it was gonna be his cock.
yeah, seriously. His slightly hunched form almost engulfing you. Exhaustion had long since blended into sleepiness. The gentle attention in Papyrus's softer voice lulling you the longer you sit. Your head feels like it's full of cotton. Thoughts slow down as you're left feeling sappy and cared for. You lean forward, gently eating the slice without question. You can feel Papyrus nuzzle into the top of your head, and you lean back into him, doing your best to express how you feel through your soul bond. Humans aren't as sensitive with soul bonds, but you've put in the effort to make sure that yours with Papyrus was strong. He was important to you, and you wanted to make sure he knew he meant as uh and you wanted to make sure he knew how much he meant to you in any way you could. So you did your best through your all addled mind, pushing every mushy feeling and ounce of affection and love through your soul bond as you could. He clearly got the message, and his other arm snaked around your middle to hold all the tighter. He kept feeding you, bite after bite, easily using his one arm to break things up into small pieces and give it to you. He moved to grab the cup, but you got it first, drinking the last few sips. You'd rather not him accidentally waterboarding you with milk, you thought with a small laugh. Once you set down the glass, he silently placed on the tray beside his and then picked you up in his arms. His grip was firm and stable. You never worried he'd drop you.
I love you so much.
The Joker now.
The Joker's...
It was supposed to be like a softer Baldi's Basics.
And then
You
instead
got the
Mark
Joker
Hamill
out of
came
it.
out.
I love you.
So much.
I love you so much.
He says as he marches up the stairs.
So soft. Absolutely adorable. All times of the day.
He gently...
Visualize this, I don't like
I
it.
know, this is getting really rough. He gently pushes open the door to your shared room. You rest your head against... Hold on. You rest your head against his chest, nodding happily. You're tired enough you don't want to talk much, but you both know you love him just as much. Alright, Brandon, you want to take over at when he turns around?
When he turns around...
No,
pajamas
I
in
still gotta
hand.
read the next part.
Oh, fuck!
No, you're good.
He was calling the shot.
You're good.
No,
Read ahead. Read ahead. Practice your pronunciation.
Gotcha.
He gently sets you down on the bed, pressing a skeleton kiss into your forehead, then turns to the dresser and starts pulling out your pajamas. He's looking for your favorite pair, able to quickly find out how organized he always is.
And he turns around, pajamas in hand, an utterly love-struck expression plastered on his face. You can't help but melt a little more. Sure, he's always been a little more clingy than usual, and the chat today was out of nowhere, but he's just been worried about you like he always is. Nightmares, probably. He's always had a bad habit of hiding his worst feelings till they were too much for him to handle properly. You'd think more about all that and your job later. Right now, you were focusing on the fact that Papyrus was trying to take your shirt off. I'm sorry. It was such a 180. I'm being struck by Papyrus.
Oh my god.
That's you, Luke.
I can dress myself on.
It's barely a whisper, but you know he can hear you as you move to start undressing yourself. He takes hold of your hands before
I want to do this for you. You deserve so much love and care.
his voice is soft. I think it's soft, tender, more nuzzling against your neck.
Wait, hold on. Let me switch it up.
Sure.
But I want to do this for you.
Hell yeah.
You deserve so much love and care.
Why did he become hot? His voice is soft. His voice is soft.
Virus.
After more nuzzling against your neck before he's lifting your shirt above your head, he lays you back, unbuckles your belt, unbuttons your jeans. You lean forward enough as you help shimmy out of your pants and place a kiss on the top of his skull. He laughs softly, helping you slip into your much softer pajama pants. Thank God. As you continue to pepper everywhere you reach for affection, with affection. You slide your shirt over your shoulders, and then Carefuline, and then Carefuline.
Careful line. This is when the reader.
Careful
This is when the writer started getting more and more into the
He's
story.
combining words.
Or
Carefully
they're typing-
align.
They're typing their left hand right now.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, holy fuck, this is really good.
This is
And
too
then
hot.
Carefuline do up each button for you. On the last one, he looks up, his gaze meeting yours. You place a kiss to his teeth. Okay. Knowing that
Nice.
despite him not having lips, he still enjoys it nonetheless. That makes sense. He leans in, closing his eyes as he cups your face in return. You wrap your arms around
my
his
God.
chest. And quickly before he can react, you shift your weight back, pulling back and up as much as you can as you roll. Papyrus is pulled with as intended, and you end up wrapping your legs around him for good measure.
Yeah.
He's on the other side of the bed now, with you clinging to him like a koala now. He's far from upset with this development, though, laughing as he pulls you in. You can feel his chest expand before he lets out a large sigh. You let out a large yawn in response and tuck your head into the crook of his neck. You're warm and comfortable. The last move was the last of the energy you wanted to expand for the rest of the day. You mutter a good night, barely audible to make out the words as you finally let yourself fall asleep. You'll know he'll tuck you in, keeping you warm and cared for in your sleep.
That was really cool.
Damn, brah. That's
Wow.
alright.
That was neat, guys.
That's
Anyone
we're
else
gonna have to-
aroused
we're
right
gonna have to-
now?
That's like part
Yeah.
part one of the recording.
Yeah,
we gotta
totally.
do 3 parts.
Hell
This is a 3-part
yeah.
series, 3 parts.
Hi. If you made it to the end, then I am really, really shocked and proud of you, because that was just as uncomfortable to read and make as it probably was you listening. So if you did make it to the end, good shit. Congratulations. We really appreciate that. If you want to give us a like and a subscribe to hear more of this, please do. Thank you again.